Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, can I get a delivery for 207-401-9061? Yes. Can I get 2 cheeseburger meals? Yes. Um, blue cheese. Nope, that'd be it. Cash. Thank you. Bye. Maine has no room for citizens of New York City fleeing from their environment. Maine is occupied. We don't want you here. We don't want your bullshit. We don't want your drama. We don't want your fucking shenanigans. And at the same time, Florida is no longer needing any more occupants. It's full. Ohio's full. North Carolina's full. South Carolina's full. You could take your shit to fucking California, Uganda, Cuba, or fucking Canada. I don't want your shit here.
An exodus out of New York, even before he's sworn in, as wealthy New Yorkers look to escape higher taxes and other promised socialist policies.
Do you ever hear about New York City and feel like this place is just unraveling? Well, it is, and it's happening fast. And the plundering of local businesses now happens so regularly, store owners feel they're on borrowed time every time they open their doors. And though many a New York City resident voted for our new socialist mayor, experts say the crime problems we experience here are only just beginning.
So Ron Mandani, a candidate who understands what is our concern to be safe in our bodegas, because be safe in our bodegas is not only the bodega, it's about our community.
We're going to have a big problem with the safety, because remember that he was one of who created the problems that we are facing now with the unsafety. He was one of the ones that supported defund the police.
And Sade, this really has been wide-ranging from lower Manhattan up here to the Bronx, victims ranging in age from 16 to that 76-year-old. Police have released these images and video recovered from the latest robbery.
We have sometimes people walk in here with like no shirt on, like begging for money.
Alex Amato says he's noticed a change outside his business in the Fordham section of the Bronx, and he says it's not for the better.
Things are getting worse.
Right now, there are plenty of people packing up their bags, ready to flee New York City, to get out as fast as they can. And almost 800,000 New Yorkers are prepared to leave the city.
Don't compromise quality insurance for savings or your time for this ad. Hit that skip button or
So, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani has said that our new mayor, Mr. Mamdani, should step down because he is an alleged security threat. And that is an interesting statement, because nobody's talking about how New York City's status makes it a target for the bad guys who may very soon have more freedom than ever to roam. its streets. As the new mayor's made it clear, he prefers alternatives to police wherever possible, as well as alternatives to jails and prisons, which he says don't make society safer, but somehow make our streets less safe, even though jails separate criminals from the rest of us. But there's another problem, because crime in New York City, it's not Zoran Mondami's fault. After all, he hasn't even been sworn in as mayor yet, which is another problem, because felony convictions here are plummeting, giving local officials the fakery they need to claim the city and its subway are safe, because the numbers prove it, when the opposite is true. The streets aren't safe, businesses aren't safe, which perfectly explains why those with the means to do so are heading for the exits. And that brings us to the real reason crime here may soon reach levels that shock even progressives. Because if things are already a disaster and criminals are released en masse from our jails, where are they going to go? Are they going to go to New York University, or are they going to go back to the scene of the crime? Are we really supposed to expect that after years of decriminalizing criminal behavior, the bad guys are suddenly going to just reform their lives on their own once there are even less consequences? Well, watch this and decide for yourself.
Lady, but you do that again, and I'll you up. You found it, I will up. You talking about? Don't sit there and do none of that. I will violate your you talking about? Don't touch me. You on that bag. You on that bag. You on
This place is the Wild West. That altercation could have gone sideways real quick, and stuff like that's happening all the time, and it never makes the news. But the problem,
this is one of the wealthiest cities in the world. Remember that. I've been there one time, and I was stranded there for 8 hours, and I don't ever want to go back. No. So what you're witnessing right now is the aftermath of Mayor Zudami, or whatever the hell, Mondami, the Muslim mayor they got over there, now is declaring Sharia law in New York City. No alcohol, no cigarettes, no lotto tickets. These people are under duress.
For New York progressives and socialists, is that this happened on the subway, which is constantly defended as being the safest place on earth, which doesn't even need any police. But sadly, this is where you'll find all of New York City's worst problems rolled into one: crime, lawlessness, and the sad effects of neglecting the homeless. But as you're about to see, those problems, they don't stay beneath the streets of this city forever.
3 months and 2 boroughs. Medina was victim number 16, robbed $500 on Halloween morning. Police say the first incident occurred in September, the latest just 2 days ago in Manhattan. The MO involves the suspect riding up to a victim who was walking or on bikes themselves.
So here we've got a guy riding around on an e-bike, robbing people. He's done it a whole bunch of times. He's not even masked up, and he keeps getting away with it. Now, what does that tell you? He's not afraid of police. And if criminals aren't afraid of police, that makes every single law-abiding individual a target for them. It gives them absolutely no incentive to get real jobs, reform their ways, and change for the better, revealing that living in a totally unsafe, totally lawless environment that's about to get worse might be a disastrous mistake. Unless, of course, you're a criminal who benefits from this kind of thing.
The Amex Snatcher,
The
as it's been
Amex
dubbed,
Snatcher.
is reportedly quick and calculating, utilizing distractions to
Look at
steal
this
cash,
guy.
according to the United Bodegas
Look, he
of
stole
America.
a phone, too.
This guy had an American Express duffel bag.
Probably got it for
The
free.
employee says this man came in and asked for empanadas. She went to the kitchen to prepare his order, and when she came back, the register was left open.
You know what? Since he didn't come in with his face covered, he wasn't like,
No, they're incentivized to do it. Pause for a second. They're incentivized to do it. The lawlessness is a result of poverty. The poverty is a result of politicians perpetually borrowing money. The side effect of borrowing money is hyperinflation and debasement of labor, debasement of the cost of goods. Makes your money worth less, your time's worth less, and you got to work hard to maintain what you got. You're not getting ahead, because the cost of living has to perpetually go up to cover for these thefts. So my point is they celebrate that. This is why Hollywood celebrates criminals. By celebrating criminals, you're distracted from the real problem, which is hyperinflation. Criminality is a result of poverty. Poverty is a result of hyperinflation, perpetually borrowing money without returning it. Exactly. See, Chuck understands that I'm working. You understand, Dick, that I'm working right now. I may not look like I'm working to the average person, but I'm not the average person. I've never considered myself average. I don't want to be in the 99. They all sound the same to me. Exactly. That's why I started the trading store. And my one of my silent partners, I just signed that over to him because he's about to lose his power bill. But I owed him for my pillowcase. But he makes sure that this thing never runs out. And I don't want to see him go without his power bill, so I paid him right off, and he about cried. See, I'm not hurting as bad as he is. Right. No, I don't either. I enjoy doing what I'm doing right now. I enjoy this. On my terms, I enjoy it. If I was at Chuck's house or Dick's house, I wouldn't enjoy it. The reason why I enjoy doing this is because I know I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm not going to leave things out deliberately. So it's stuff like that eats at me. How can you have a foundation in truth when your fucking foundation is built on lies? You can't. You can't. Which is why the 9 thing is so powerful. It's a foundational principle thing. I mean, once you start seeing it, you're like, my God, it's everywhere. So all I'm saying is, look what happens when I'm sitting here as a monitor, saying things, putting them out there, and most would rather act like I didn't say anything at all. Now, I feel pretty goddamn good about that. It's like blowing dust in their face, pixie dust. They found out they could fucking fly. You're not taught to navigate. You're not taught to aviate. You're not taught to pilot your own fucking ship. And I find it ironic that heavy equipment like backhoes and excavators operate with the same principles in mind as thermodynamics, fluid operations. Think about how a ship operates. Think about how a plane operates. They're all operating in the same fashion. Up is down, down is up. Turn left, you're moving right. Turn right, you're moving left. It's all inverted. So they don't know. They don't want you to be able to operate your own ship. And every individual is a citizenship. They have citizenship status to every country. Whatever country you're in is irrelevant. It's a political point in my favor. Every individual is a citizenship. This language bypasses gender politics. Think about it, Chuck. At this point right now, during this stream right now, I haven't even used the word female yet. Instead, I'm talking to the registered voters, the consumers, the people and the persons. Bypassing gender politics, color, tribal dispositions, getting right to the operator. How do you know anything is real? Well, a lot of it, I believe, is you just want to believe something is real because you want to believe the people that told you. Why would they lie to you? Why would your teachers lie to you? So then you start sitting there realizing, like I realized, the public educators are prepping and grooming the children so pedophiles can fucking rape them. Fuck them and rape them. Isn't that amazing? And I don't care how you feel about it. It's factual information. Feelings are irregardless. They don't matter when it's factual information. And that's the real problem with education, Chuck. You are educated in misinformation and disinformation, and the information I fed you fucked your world up. Fucked up your indoctrination. Fucked up your religious doctrine, your programming, your dogma. I know. Bunch of fungus. Right. The initiate, which is what you are, you're the initiate. But guess what? Most initiates usually happen when they're 10 or 11, younger. To be an initiate into the occult or the esoteric, the hidden knowledge, you started late, but you're going to survive. So my hats off to you, because mostly people tend to get broken by this information by your age because you're so set in your ways already. That's why they say old dogs can't learn new tricks, but he proved otherwise. And I realized to put things in abstracts, we express ourselves. We express ourselves through dog Latin, communicate in the language of dog Latin, which is English. And we chase, follow, or pursue dogma, like dogs chasing cars in pursuit of dogma, pursuit of doctrine. In pursuit of happiness. It's part of the dogma. I don't need to chase happy. Happy's a choice and it's in my pocket. I chose it gladly. Don't have to chase it. It's a choice. But I'm not happy about my children getting fucked or raped. I don't know why anybody would be happy about that shit.
No, and when it does happen, how can they sit here and sit silent to it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's another big
what
question.
happens, Chuck, this is the more disturbing part, okay? By them sitting silent to it, they're allowing for it to happen to their own children.
Isn't that just something?
So they watched my fucking children get raped and fucked, and they didn't say anything. And up next is their children, which goes into the idea of nobody's defending the children. They care about the children, but fuck, nobody's protecting them.
Yeah.
That's why all we can do is keep speaking out on it.
Women don't care about their own young. The only reason why they produce children is so they can get free fucking housing, public assistance, welfare benefits, food stamps, SNAP. They ain't having these children because they love the man. They want to have the man's baby. No. They want food stamps. They want EBT.
They want the 50 to 1.
EBT or not to EBT.
They don't want the store. They want the trading card to go with the store.
You know it.
And my friend Dave, he just left here crying happy because he was going to lose his power bill. So that helped him, and he helps me. It goes around and around.
Yep.
And he's been waiting a long time, so I was very happy to give that to him, and he was patient with me. You know, I pay him a little bit at a time, but that really helped him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's my brother. I don't want to see him suffer anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like seeing people suffer. Rob, I gave him a pair of $200 Nikes out of the store. The store paid for them. I didn't pay for them. The store did, but he labored and worked for the store to return the favor. Fucking amazing. This store survives in a situation where no other store could possibly fucking survive because the first primary concern is money and not the community.
Yeah, that's keeping you fed and clothed, you know. And it's kind of fun. It seems to be fun for you.
It is, because I wasn't supposed to be able to do this. They told me I couldn't do it. But I already did it. I'm still waiting for them to recover from it. He already did it. He didn't just say he was going to do it. He fucking did it.
Yep.
You got everything you need.
They're going to do things, and they don't do anything. They just say they're going to. Whatever I say, I'm going to do it or die trying.
You got everything you want, and you're helping people too. And it's not going to stop your store.
Fucking mind-boggling, isn't it? Because I know that you get the energy that you give. So I don't act like anybody owes me anything.
At the end of the day, I know me, you, and Dick, we're just trying to pass on some shit, to help kids.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Majestic Madness, can you explain to me why my children get fucked and raped every day for the words that are coming out of my mouth, and the only thing you care about is you? Imagine how I feel right now listening to that shit, right? Because I'm thinking about my children, right? Yeah, I am serious. You come in here and the only thing you're worried about is you. We're talking about the collective, which is more than you. It's more than me, and it's more than my fucking children, too. The attitude I get from people like you doesn't feed my fucking children, doesn't goddamn reimburse me for my time, doesn't fucking repay me for my education, does fucking nothing for my daughters or my goddamn son. Isn't that amazing? Everybody cries about themselves. What about my children? They can't even speak. I speak for them. But no one listens.
Yeah, nobody
My
wants to
children
give
got fucked.
they don't want to give the remote control back. It's, you know, they're making money off of it.
Right.
These are jobs and welfare for them, for the well-being, for them to be selfish and rape and pillage children and grown adults and elderly, for Christ's sake. You know, that I think they're targeted just as much as the children at this point.
Right. And why would I want to join the military so I can get free housing and food stamp benefits and be a welfare hooker?
Yeah.
You don't even pay your fucking old people a living wage. Not amazing? And these motherfuckers are willing to die for you. Wow. They're barely off the food stamp line.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would I sign up to join the service so I can get fucking food stamps? Fuck you.
Well, so you can show up there and they can stab about.
I don't qualify for food stamps. It's amazing.
You know, they're forced to get vaccinated, and they're already forgetting what they went through before they even said yes.
Right. Then I asked the military man, I said, who are you defending? You're not defending me, are you? No. Do I need you to defend me? No. I'm defending myself pretty goddamn well.
Absolutely. You know.
So there's no real incentive for a man to join the military.
Well, they might get to suck Millie's cock.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
after they've been stuck with about 100 different experimental drugs or jabs.
Exactly. Hey, here's Millie. All of a sudden, here's this big fat fucking drag queen.
Boy, that's how. And none of these doctors happen to want to talk about them retiring at, what is it, 40 to 50 now, Dick? So think about it. The average doctor is retiring at about your age right now.
Yeah.
Because they're sick, Dick. They got the cancer, they got the clot shot, and they're not feeling well with themselves right now, and they're chemically addicted to prescription medications. They're fat, they're obese, they got cholesterol issues, heart issues, and they're not feeling very well. So they got to retire about 50 years of age now, especially if you're a heart doctor. You're a fat, obese son of a bitch that's eating McDonald's every day, and you got a cholesterol that's off the charts, and holy shit, why would I listen to you in regards to health?
Isn't that something? I know it. You know?
There's three men I'd like to. One's dead, which is a tragedy to me. Terrence McKenna. He said reality consisted of language or words, the very foundation of creation, language, reality, or your reality is based on vocabulary. You change the vocabulary and you destroy somebody's reality.
Yes. Yep. You just change it by a wave, you know.
It's like Carlin said, they hide the truth behind cheap language. You know, the word spells around the situations are perpetually changing, but the issues themselves didn't change at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how many people can understand that.
Not too many.
And my dad's brother was over here tonight. My youngest uncle.
Oh, really?
And I showed him 9. And he started laughing his ass off because he asked me, he said, what's your father think about this? What's Dana think about this? I said, oh, my daddy doesn't think. My daddy doesn't listen to nothing.
Yeah.
My daddy only listens to my daddy. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I can't
Your
get this
youngest-
through to my own daddy.
But your uncle picked it up, right?
My uncle looked at me and started laughing. He said, where did you pick this up? I said, on the road. You know, because I never sat still for very long.
Hey, look at Chuck's there, 11, looking for 9. He's 9. Oh, he's 12. 9. I'm looking at your door numbers behind you there.
He just started laughing. And I said, you think about the Seventh-ray Adventists, 7 rays of light, 7 days in a week, read the calendar, right? 7-day work week.
Yep.
But they only think that there's 7 rays of light. And I'm laughing my ass off because I've proven the existence of 9 rays of light. So that means Seventh-day Adventists are a false church, a false religion, a false doctrine, and they got a false God. That's amazing.
Well, who's got the 7 rays of light on their helmet up there? And they're bound to the liberty. That's the 7 rays of light that they're addressing their church still.
And they all operate under the concept that you get to keep what you kill, Nick. You keep what you kill. If you killed it, you get to keep it.
Yeah.
Well, I killed their God. I killed their God because there's 9 rays of light. There's 9 primary colors. There's 9 root numbers. There's 9 root races.
Yeah, I agree.
Why is everything rooted in 9? We should root for 9. Call it the home team. But no, so this is only going to get worse. I mean, this has only been 2 months, what, a month since he got in office? It's not going to stop. Mass exodus of New York City is already happening. It happened the minute he was nominated or the minute he took office. I've been watching the buses leaving New York City are crazy right now. Everybody wants to leave.
Yeah. Fire sale on real estate, huh?
Well, yeah, and a lady pointed out to me through TikTok, said most people in New York City, they don't have houses in their own name. They're LLCs, they're INCs, they're incorporated, you know, so nothing's in their own name. So when it comes to taxes and having to pay them to New York, it's an LLC. They don't have to pay New York. They can pay whatever state they're living in. So that's a big appeal for them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Nobody wants to talk about the poison of the land, air, and the water, and the political arena.
Let me go right back in. So I can't hardly hear it all.
Yeah.
I want to hear all of this.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, maybe his earpiece. There's times I can't hear too.
Good.
That better, Chuck?
Yeah, perfect now.
Isn't that amazing? They get arrested and then released on personal recognizances.
That blows my mind, man.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a state problem. Why would he want to bring the feds in?
Right.
Why would you ever want to bring the fucking feds in?
And all the locals to the state are leaving the state. They don't want to deal with the problems.
Yeah, so they're just. I mean, is this a ploy? Is he propaganda to bring the UN in to bring civil arrest for?
Well, that's right. How many other mayors have called for the UN to come in and save them from Trump?
Yeah. Yeah, bring your blue helmets in here.
But all of this looting and all of this is a result of desperation. It's not just criminality, it's poverty. It's joblessness.
And it's a fucking insult to the owner that's trying to establish a business there to keep a roof over his head and pay his rent.
It is. It is. Especially I can't tell you if I catch when I catch people, it happens here, man, and it hurts.
Yeah.
But I told Andrew, I said, Rob and Scott, I said, I don't know why people would steal from me. Because I'm sitting in this chair and doing as I do, trying to help the community that I live within. So I don't understand why people are stealing from those that are actually trying to help them. It's fucking amazing.
It's just bred into their fucking DNA. It's about all you can say,
Yeah. And I'm not going to give a person hell for stealing from Walmart or a large corporation that has insurance, but when it's something like this,
yeah,
different. 'Cause I don't have insurance. I have to eat that loss.
Well, that's kind of why you got them employees up there paying them good money. When people come in, they need to just kind of be with them, you know.
Yeah.
And not
When they
hug
steal
them.
off you, they're stealing off your whole fucking community, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying a guy to be up there. Just kind of have them be watching them or whoever's there.
That's what I knew was. I knew you had to go through that shit before.
Yeah, everybody does.
But the individual, like don't target a personal owner. If you're going to do that shit, go to a corporation. But I don't even uphold fucking stealing, period, either though.
Yeah, there's ways to find what a person needs. You don't have to.
Unless you're, if you're strung out on drugs and shit, that's your own fault. But yeah, if you're hungry, that's another thing. But these people here are doing that shit for
entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're doing it for a couple reasons. They're doing it, one, because food stamps don't buy diapers. Unless you're at Burlington Coat Factory. Or McDonald's.
Really?
It's amazing because some corporations all of a sudden start taking EBT or SNAP benefits. You notice? Yeah. So all of a sudden, those EBT cards were like fucking credit cards to Target, McDonald's. Certain corporations would just accept the EBT for anything.
Yes.
I heard a woman with a fucking EBT account balance of $23,000. How in the actual fuck do you wind up with that much money in food stamps?
Wow.
There's Haitians down here in Ohio, in Springfield, that's got that.
Right. Everybody I know around here is getting $200, $300 at most. Maybe 400.
And that's a month or a week?
That's a month.
Yeah.
But there's these families that you randomly hear about that are getting thousands of dollars a month.
Hmm.
One woman getting $4,000 a month in EBT. That's more money than most taxpayers make in a month.
Yeah.
And she's getting it in fucking welfare benefits. No wonder why she doesn't want to work.
Yeah, and she's not like she's paying. She's getting $4,000 cash, right? At no taxes. She gets to use all that.
Is to have more kids.
Right. What if you're, not laughing because I'm a hustler. My man, I was getting that much food stamps. I'd start a sidewalk grill. Right? I'd be running a couple of grills, cooking hamburgers and chicken and hot dog. I'd be grilling shit on the side of the road, selling it. Think about it. Buy all the food with food stamps, and then sell a finished product for cash. It's a small restaurant. It's a sidewalk eatery. Eat at your own risk. But hey, if you're a good chef, they'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But all of a sudden, you're running a small little hustle and your restaurant's being supplied by your EBT. You see, you turned your EBT benefits into double cash. You didn't go backwards because most people are trying to sell 2 for 1. Buy $2 for $1. But in this situation, it's just straight cash. No conversion rates. I've seen a couple of guys running around town in different cities. Maybe it was New York. Essentially, it was a metal barrel on wheels. It was a grill, but it was designed to be pushed around town. So he gets he gets the grill going, and he starts pushing the grill around town while it's cooking hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken. He's running a grill and walking around town, selling it right off the grill. And I thought, man, that's a great idea. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Because
sir.
he's working for himself. He ain't looking for a job. He don't even need one. He's providing a service.
That's a hell of a come up, man. You know, if they did what you're saying, they wouldn't even have to, get food stamps after a couple months or so,
Right. Right. Or, what prevents them from buying them. Because that happens all the time too. There's too much temptation in it. It's hard not to want to, especially if you're a low income family and you're working your ass off and, $200 food card for $100. Boy, hard to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's everywhere in the goddamn country. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Poor people are looking to pinch pennies everywhere possible. And that's one way they do it. They buy other people's fucking food cards because those people are drug addicts, junkies, and they're looking for their next quick fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we're not going to fix the problem anytime soon, Dick. I realize that as a democratic state and a democratic city, and Bangor, Maine is definitely may as well be like Portland, Oregon, a sanctuary city. I mean, what's funny to me is all the cities in all the country, they send all the riffraff to here, right here, my city, my backyard. And I'll tell you what, I swear to God on this, when BLM came to my city, they lasted one night. When Antifa came to my city, tried to pitch a camp, they lasted one fucking day. Ain't that something?
They got ran right out, huh?
I ran them out.
Yeah.
I ran them out. I didn't wait for anybody else to do it. I went right down there and did it myself.
Yeah, nice.
I spooked the shit out of all of them.
Alex Soros sitting there in the van, like, what the fuck's
It was
going
weird.
on?
There's a bunch of black dudes and SUVs, and they're pitching tents down across from the federal building, which was only about 4 blocks away from me, so it's not far.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I may as well go down there and raise hell. I don't want you starting shit in my backyard. Alpha males think about things a little bit different. Those motherfuckers will come into my house, my town, my territory, and try to piss up my fucking backyard and try to piss on my tree.
Yep.
No, I went down into that camp and I pissed all over it.
What's the population of Bangor?
About 17 to 18,000.
Yeah.
But with the people that come in and out of here, about 40,000 people are here daily.
Wow. So they got some industry going there.
Mostly it's financial, or the welfare system, government employees, public officials, blah, blah. For this.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd largest city in the state.
Gotcha. Is there any wealth in the community? Just sparse here and there?
Well, this is a dying city, and it's one of the oldest cities is what people don't understand. This is one of the oldest cities, and it's fucking dying. I'm watching it wither up and die.
Yeah, we all are.
The young people don't want to be here. There's nothing for them here. There's no industry. There's no jobs. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Drug addiction and poverty is what awaits them.
Yep.
Gen Z and millennials will never experience home ownership due to hyperinflation, debasement of the dollar, devaluation of it because we don't pay our bills.
That's a damn shame, man.
Well, it's a damn shame that our fucking tax dollars go to Ukraine, they go to Israel, and they go to fucking Argentina. Nobody can say a fucking thing about it.
And I keep telling all my friends, I say, look what happens when I'm managing the money.
You know, what the fuck?
Right? Everybody wants to tell you that money is the root of evil, but look what I'm doing with the money. I'm keeping people's power lights on. I'm giving people a spot of hope when they don't have any in any other form. They can't find a fucking job. They could sit in a homeless shelter all day long waiting for a miracle. But here I give them an opportunity where they can generate income for themselves through sales and, you know, working here. But it's conditioning them to be entrepreneurial. Rob's been under my tutelage for 2.5 years. 2.5 years ago, he thought I was a stupid fucking nigger. He's still here. He doesn't think I'm a stupid nigger anymore. Because he's been watching me run this show for 2.5 years. And he's like, this is amazing. I'm on the ground floor of something. I walked into something on the ground floor and it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, it would be nice if you could get a little separation from that in your home, and you could get a storefront somewhere.
It would be nice, and it's really fucked because I can't separate myself from my school or my store. I don't know where I begin and those things end.
Yeah, which would be a little bit too, because you got to get your store set up too, and that'd be, you know, if you're offside, that takes some time too. Just
You know,
separation.
and like you, Dick, I got a couple other people that I have in mind to establish this because I have issues with health that I don't like talking about, and I'm already lived longer than I'm supposed to. And I'm not saying I'm dying anytime soon, but this has to go somewhere. Preferably right up the president's asshole.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I just can't believe the shit that comes out of those fuckers' mouths, man.
You know? I'm laughing my ass off because I left a mark on the world and I know it. They didn't tell you the truth about anything. It's their job to lie to you. My job is to call bullshit.
That's always kind of been my gig too, man.
I like calling bullshit. You know? And I created a great analogy for the bullshit. People don't believe the bullshit until they step into bullshit. They don't believe that a bullshit's in the woods until they step in the bullshit because they never actually physically see a bullshit in the woods. They ever seen a bullshit in the woods? No, you sure haven't. How about a moose or a bear? I bet you never seen either one of them take a shit in the woods.
I've seen deer shit.
But you see the poop, but you never actually see them squat and shit.
I actually have, but I spent a lot of time out there too.
Wow, you may as well be like a Sasquatch.
Fuck, I've seen them fucking piss and shit and fuck, you know. I've seen turkeys fuck.
That's quite a sight.
It's crazy. It's one of the wildest fucking things you'd ever experience, seeing fucking turkeys fucking.
So Steve, that makes you a 1%er, Dick, because you actually saw them shit, piss, and fucking wild.
Oh, it's crazy, man. See them fight, you know, but them turkeys roll their shoulders forward and sit there and hump, you know, and then they blow it on the back of the other bird. You know, they just, I don't know. It's crazy how they do it.
It is. It is. And Monica Alford said Section 8 came right out of the military, right? Exactly. So think about it. The government gave free housing grants to military service members, public housing, free housing, cheap housing, based on their income. And they paid them next to nothing so they could give them free housing.
Yep.
And they paid them just enough to keep them from dying. Right? Isn't that amazing? Right. What a bunch of cheap motherfuckers. The people dying for this country, they already paid them welfare wages.
Well, they got them on the harvest. They must have that technology underneath the skin and pulling their cellular structure out.
You know, that's really amazing to me. You know, it's a welfare wage. You know, what's the point in that? You may as well be a prostitute. You know, when you take the average wage, which is really about 45,000 a year, 40. Fox News wants to tell you 66,000. Delusional. When you take the top 1,000 people's wages out of the country, the top 1,000, and then you look at the rest and you divide that equally, it's about 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
So the average worker hasn't seen a real pay raise in about 50 years due to hyperinflation. You get minimum wage jumps because of hyperinflation and minimum wage. But as far as your craft time, or, you know, you got 20, 30 years in a trade, you know, all of a sudden you're making the same money as a fucking minimum wage earner at McDonald's, $20 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And these motherfuckers think that flipping burgers is a career. It's a career option, and it should come with retirement benefits and fucking 401k.
Yeah.
Out of your fucking mind.
Well, they just need to close them motherfucking poison plants down because they're just selling Soylent Green anyway.
I guess there though. Look, I pointed at McDonald's for a reason, right? Because they were one of the first ones to jump minimum wage, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And 401k.
Watch. China controls McDonald's. To think otherwise makes you a stupid fuck. Sorry, but I'm not sorry for saying it. And I'm going to go into it a little bit deeper. There's a triangular relationship between the United States, China, and McDonald's that nobody wants to talk about. They're already in bed through McDonald's. And Bill Gates supplies McDonald's with fucking potatoes.
Yep. I knew that.
So what do you think about that factual piece of information, Chuck? And remember, McDonald's gets federal funding. And China controls it.
Disgusting. I didn't know that about the potatoes either, just till now.
Well, they're all in the same currency, and they're all in the same Federal Reserve, you know.
Right.
But no, I mean,
Right.
It's all just because it's making a yen or a ching, it's the same fucking thing.
Right.
Shit, that motherfucker needs Kirk.
Right. See, that's why the idea of an Earth School, Dick, is so important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we could teach people how to manage the ground and the earth and clean the water, clean the land, how to manage ground, break ground, grow their own food. Independence is the key here. We're being conditioned to be dependent. None of my brothers and sisters have a high school degree. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But out of my brothers and sisters, I'm the only one that got into mythos or mythology or symbolism, symbology. And it's not English that rules the world. It's symbols or symbolism. It's what are you symbolizing? What are you representing? What are you signing off on?
Mhm.
Protesters and civil rights activists hold rallies where they hold billboards, which are signs. They hold signs in protest. But most people can't actually read the signs. They can't read. They're illiterate.
It's hard to believe.
Signs, signs everywhere. Sign. Don't do this. Don't do that. Can't you read signs? Somebody sang that to you, and it wasn't me. That's the deeper meaning in that song. Letters are signs. Letters are symbols. Billboards are signs. Signs are everywhere. No one can read them. Why'd you eat at Joe's Diner? Because the signs told you to? How many people fucking vaccinated because there was a blinking billboard in their life that said, hurry up and vaccinate so you can fucking relax?
Yeah, no shit.
Hurry up and vax so you can relax. Blink, blink. Hurry up and vax so you can relax. What a synapse. It's a hook. Could be a rap song. Hurry up and vax so you can relax.
Nobody will fucking respond to that.
What's in the vaccine is gonna make you fucking relax. Rigor mortis to death. Rigor mortis sets in, and that's why you can finally relax because you're dead.
It must keep them remote controlled from getting awful angry because I just can't believe.
If you're not angry right now, is it safe to say that you're not even a moral man? I'm not directing your anger. I'm telling you to sit still in your anger. And they want you to chase your fucking tails to the goddamn left or the fucking right. It's really not hard to figure out what they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to do nothing.
Well, they want you to join maids and come on down to the hospital and donate your.
Here's the next problem in societal senses. Evil men strive for power over you and I. They want to control you and I.
Mm-hmm.
And good men don't want to control you or I. You don't want to control me, and I don't want to control you. Free will can't be infringed upon. My brother Randy Bush passing that along. You cannot infringe on free will.
I'll tell you what, the fucking Department of Natural Resources does.
They have, and that's the real situation that you're facing. You're right. They absolutely did violate free will. They raped people of their free will. They didn't protect it. They tried to steal consent. They tried to steal consent. Yeah. Silence is consent. Isn't it weird how I get the silent treatment?
No, exactly. I mean,
you know, not from everybody. Not from everybody, but from, let's say, 80% of people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 80% are silent to everything that comes out of my mouth. It has nothing to do with gender or color. And inside that 20%, things get funky. Emotionally, only 20% of people are happy right now with the way things are. It's actually over 80% of people that don't trust government. It's almost 90, but let's just leave it at 80. I'm rounding down to stick with the whole 80-20 theme. And I love it because I really agree with it. I do. Only 20% of men have the capability or ability to say no to authority figures. No means no. doesn't mean yes. I ain't your yes man. Not gonna fucking yodel or goddamn dance for you. Not your stripper, not your hooker. Yeah, so only 20% of men are that way.
Or less.
Right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, 13% of them sold out and they're working against you, not for you. And that 13% actually resides within government. That 13% is prescribed to be government employees. Direct, civil servants, public officials, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter what department. I'm being very abstract right now. And out of the 7% that are left, they're working for or against. They're contracting, but they're working for or against things that are happening. So it's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is.
I said something, and it's going to move the crowd. It's going to move 99 monkeys. They got to figure out what they're going to do about it. Because it's already been done. Past tense. It's already been done. It already happened. It's in the past. It's not in the future. It already happened. And it happened right now. In the present moment, see? The education left presence out. It's either a past tense or a future one. And because of being hung up on the past or the future, they can't focus right now. Focus, Daniel, son, focus. Right? Because technically, if you really think about it, all you really can say is what you have is now, what you do right now, now. And I like that idea, now backwards, one, now one. Look what I said right now. And look at the lack of response. That means I won. They didn't say no. Silently, they said yes. I'm not selling that to you. I gave it to you. It's a clue. You're sitting here watching me run my mouth to 100,000 people at a time, and no one says no. But they won't say yes either, which is really weird. So that puts me in what I refer to as no man's land because of nomenclature, nomanship. Knowing your words makes you a nomen. You know your nomenclature well. And the more you know, the more you tend to say no. You don't like anything going on. It's natural to say no. Yeah.
No.
The smart people tend to go off grid and jump ship and vacate, and they think they're doing the right thing by doing this, but they're not. They're doing the wrong thing. By running from the problems, you're not resolving them. You're hiding from them. Am I wrong or right? And a lot of people have this attitude that they can build a bunker and hide from the end of the world, and the bunker is gonna save them. They're stalled out, they don't know what to do, so their only option is to goddamn run and hide. But if you really think critically, you start realizing there is no running and there is no hiding from AI. So why bother hiding at all? Seems like a waste of money to me. Time, effort, and energy. And it's like I have to tell people, I'm not your enemy. I don't know whatever made you think that. Your neighbors, your indoctrination, television, professionals in the union. Kind of world do you want? One ran by the children or one ran by artificial intelligence?
I'll take the children.
Yeah.
See? I put the children before myself and I started thinking like I was 5. And I invite you to do the same thing. You're not 50. You're 5, Chuck. Fuck being 50. Pretend like you're 5 from here on out. All the shit you put it on the back burner and you start over. Pretend like you're 5. Gets really funny when you do that. Catch people lying all the time.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you for it too.
I'm experiencing it.
But when you know what's happening, it gives you the giggles. They're not laughing at you, you're laughing at them because they can't answer you. These smart asses, right? The professionals are the smart asses. You're a dumbass from here on out. You don't like smart asses anyway. So pretend to be a dumbass. Say smart things.
You're exactly right, because they're saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
This has more of an impact on people than anything. You embossed on them. You made an impression, an imprint that lasted a lifetime. You stamped them with your tramp stamp. You stamped the shit out of them and you imprinted on them and you scarred them for life.
I told you I like and look forward to talking to you guys. Because
none of this will happen in a public setting sponsored by a corporation or a city council meeting of some sort, blah, blah, blah. No, this is a tribal session.
Yeah.
We're trying a bull. It's a tribunal. One of my many nicknames besides King Dingaling is Chief Smackahoe, the Madman. I mean, people literally call me a lot of things,
Devil.
The devil. Well, the devil lived. Is it criminal to live your life on your fucking terms instead of somebody else's? Scary to do that.
Yeah, that is just living out of the bounds. You can't do that.
You're not allowed to live life on your terms. You're supposed to live life based on a political party's feelings or concerns. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's all about permission. Like the whole thing is all about permission. By paying me, you gave me your blessing. You know, you recognize the value in what I'm doing. I can't put a price tag on what I'm doing. It violates my morals, ethics, and principles. I couldn't charge you by the hour for this shit. People help me because they want to, not because they have to. I don't want to be a burden on anyone.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would, you know.
No. You know, and that's why I created this store, so I wasn't going for food stamps and other welfare assistance. And all of a sudden, this thing's turning profitable to a point where, hey, if this keeps picking up, I might actually drop my Social Security. That's fucking amazing. How many people come up out of that?
Yeah.
Once they get stuck on that, they don't ever want to go back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I climbed up out of a hole that I was never supposed to come out of. Fucking swinging with the wrath of God. I like calling it a dragon punch. Because one hit will make you fucking wonder. In my mind, most people are dogs of Rome. Got a license, got permission to speak, hunt, travel, fish, fuck, breed. You need a license for about everything. Holy shit. How the fuck are you free?
It's fucking amazing, man. I tell you, it's unreal.
Again, I'm not your enemy. Just listen to what I'm saying. How are you any different than me? You're not.
I know.
You're
I
fucking
mean, I'm
not.
telling you, you need a license. If you need a license to catch a fish, you need a license to shoot a gun. You need a license to fucking shoot a bird. You need a license to feed yourself, feed your family.
Gotta have somebody else's permission to fucking feed yourself. That sounds pretty goddamn ridiculous to me.
That shit should be natural. Naturally.
I know, but I mean, I found that it's natural for me to ride a dirt bike down the ditch, but the DNR thought it was natural for them to tell me I couldn't fucking ride down the ditch, and I had to fucking pay a ticket to drive down the road home.
Dick, every city that I go into, I got to go to the courthouse and get a soliciting permit.
Right. See, what I do is I solicit when I'm walking down the road. Chuck, if you're going to copy what I'm doing over here, right? Stop driving a car part of the time, which means walk a lot more, right? By walking, you're actually able to engage with your community. If you're driving around a car, you're not talking to anyone in your own city. And it looks like you have a beautiful community right there, right?
Yeah.
So, because Dick, Chuck's thinking about mimicking my method over here and doing it where he lives.
Yeah, nice.
And I you know, this is a trailblazing moment. It really is, because he gets to start with, from his car wreck, he said 20, but if you want to sell his machinery and just get out, he can be looking at 70 grand. And that's quite as, to do something like what I'm doing, starting out with that much, you could, man, you're set up for life. You have no idea. You're set up for life. You have no idea. A slow payout on $70,000 in gaming equipment, 20%, 20% a month, right? 20% of 7,000. If you put $70,000 into yourself, see, listen how I'm saying it, Dick. I'm not telling him to give me his money or nothing. Fuck no. I said, Chuck, put the money in yourself. Do you believe that you can do this? Does it look really that hard?
Well, you think about what you're paying your guys to go out and crash your things and the wear and tear on things, and I'm just talking average wear and tear,
But like, he's getting ready to retire because he's in a backbreaking industry, Dick. Deforestation and logging, and that's hard work. He's 50. That's hard work. It's a young man's game. It's not a 50-year-old man's game. Get out before you break your fucking back. You made it this far without breaking your back. It's time to get the hell out.
Yeah, I never know when I'm going to fall off a roof or a tree, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying you made it this far without that happening. Now would be a good time to get out. You know? But seriously, it would cost you $200 for a flag for your store. That's what mine cost me, about $250. Your local print shop, you just got to figure out how you want your flag to look. Chuck's GameStop, or however you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's your stop. It's your store. You got to name it. Give it a name. Or you call it Gypta 2. That would be cool. Just
like
my name. You know, that would be great. I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. Want to be location number 2? It's a trade name. Golden Peanut Trading Association. You can just use that. You know? Even my card, man, you can put your name on that kind of card. You know, you can look at my card and just put your name on it instead of mine. That would be dope. On my end, that would be cool. You know, because you're following my floor plan. It's not about you. It's about the community. It's about fair trade. That would be neat. If you want to do that. But then it's open-mindedness. It's on your end because you're the store owner. All you did was you took your 70 grand and you invested it in inventory.
You don't even have to put 70 grand in the inventory.
No, he didn't. No, he doesn't. But I'm being completely abstract with him right now because I'm great at bullshitting people and selling him on an idea. I want to break his brain and really make him think for himself.
Yeah.
He's got that one room, and he's got one room in his house that he can dedicate to a bodega, a micro store. First off, don't paint the walls white because they stain, they're dirty, and it's hard to clean. Don't do it. Paint them black. Go right in that room, and first thing you should do, clean that room out. Paint it black. It's your store. People are going to be in and out of there. Black's easier to keep clean.
Right.
And maybe some vintage wall art of your choice, things that you liked from when you was a kid, Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, blah, blah, blah. Stuff that makes the little room look cool. So when people walk in, they feel like they're 5 years old. Think about the games that you liked playing when you were 5. The cool part about this is when you're done with it, your kids can always pick up the shop too, or maybe they go to work for you in this little project.
Yeah.
Family oriented is my point. In regards to this, it is family oriented. 5-year-olds could help you run your shop.
That'd be awesome.
Right. You're creating a situation where you're working for yourself, but your family can work for the store. And the store takes care of everybody under the shelter of the store. It's just different language. You're trying to start your own store. But don't buy food. Don't get into food. It's stupid. It's crazy to get into food because now you got to store it, preserve it, keep it cold. No, that's why I got into video games and vintage stuff, antiquity. It's amazing to understand that an original copy of Mario Duck Hunt for Nintendo sells for $1 million sealed in a slab. That's went for an auction, $1 million. So there's a lot of different venues and ways to go about working in this gaming world. It's understanding all of it's obsolete, number one. So you know what you got. There ain't making any more of it. And the beautiful part about it is that it can't crash any more than it has. Just, there's a dip, right? Between the new, when it comes out of the store new, and then over time it slowly crashes. And then over time, it's valuable again. And it starts to go up in value because of rarity. This applies to cars as well. Music, anything really, antiquity. Old things are appreciating in value, so therefore they are appreciating assets. New things are losing value daily, so therefore they're depreciating assets. What do you think about that? You ever heard that before? Does it make sense to you?
Yes, it makes sense to me. Yeah.
But no one ever said it to you before.
No.
Because I figured it out. That's why no one ever said it to you before. That's why I said no one ever said it to you before, right? No? I know.
Right.
Because I realized it. Right? So, in terms of video game systems, this is great because this is, because the major fours are pushing everybody to go digital, and you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Another 5 years, movies, music, games, everything will be in the cloud. No more physical copy. What do you think about that? So that's why people are starting to value DVDs all over again. But as a business owner, how often do you see totes of DVDs, a couple hundred of them for $50, $100?
Here and there,
Well, those are what you call opportunities, right? Especially if you're going to do this. The abstract in this is dead media content. They don't make any anymore. They're not going to make any more of those DVDs. They're not going to make any more of those movie series, those box sets, blah, blah, blah. So I established trade values, $3 for a singular DVD. You get $1 store credit for one. $3 each, which is cheaper than every store in town for DVDs. You buy 10 DVDs, you get them for $20. So then you're only paying 2. Wow, you get a deal when you buy 10. So that's a good deal. But box sets and Blu-rays are $5. Disney movies, $5. Some of them are more. But my point is, don't sell them just for $1. Look what's happened. Look what I did there. But you're willing to use these things as trading chips for other stuff. Maybe you trade 100 DVDs for a video game system. Somebody might do that. You have no idea. But my point is, you have the inventory to do that. I got 2,000 DVDs right now. I just acquired them in the last couple of weeks through a couple of trades. So now I have a huge stock of DVDs, about 2,000 of them, and I'll start moving into other things. I'll invest around and around. But I traded 50 DVDs for an electric scooter. Turned this electric scooter into 3 video game systems, and I'll sell them $100 a piece. But it started from 50 DVDs. You'll have fun doing this. You're the one that gets to decide the value because it's your store.
Right.
When they're gambling in your house, when they're buying or selling in your house, the house always wins. But if you're good to people, the people are good to you. That's the secret. You take care of the people, and the people make sure to take care of you. I got 7 people that won't let anyone steal from this place. They'll show up at your house and retrieve for free. Because they don't want to see this ship sink.
Right.
Because it helps them as much as they get out of it as much as you do. You see? So they recognize that you're not taking advantage of the situation. You're not taking advantage of their poverty. You're not taking advantage of their desperation. You're running a rule of thumb, which is the 4-quarter law. I didn't make the law. Ford did. 4 quarters and $1. Right? Split 4 ways. 4 quarters. Buying, selling, swapping, trading, commerce, exchange rates. I can't buy it for $1. Doesn't make no sense. The other attitude about it is I'm buying things that I personally don't want. You see? So don't buy things that you want. Buy the things that you need. But when you're doing this as a profession or a job the way I'm doing over here, I'm not buying what I want. I'm buying what everyone else wants.
Right.
I don't want any of this stuff. I don't need any of it. I can walk away from all of it. It creates a middle ground where people can exchange things for things and money is left out of the equation. You start recognizing personal values, which is really important. That's, I guess it. Money is just expressing your value. They think that money is the value, but what about your personal value? What are you worth? Nothing? Money is a physical expression of your labor. What's your time worth? Ever heard that before?
Right, I know what you're saying.
So, what's my time worth?
It's hard to put a price on it.
You can't. I don't know how to. What's your time worth? What's your time really worth? Why do you think I do this for free? Because it's because of these questions here. When you accept $10 an hour, $12 an hour, $15 an hour for your time, 20, 30, you break it down by the minute and it's 30, 40 cents a minute. Phone sex operators are making $2.99 a minute. One 900 numbers, $2.99 a minute, right?
Yeah.
Boy, that makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You didn't even make enough for a phone call per minute or a postage stamp. Phone sex operator did though.
That's ridiculous, man.
So the phone sex operator makes about $190 an hour. To put it in real terms for you, I did it to my landlord. I called a 1-900 number and I left the phone off the hook and walked away. It was an expensive bill, $1,800. That phone sex operator worked that free line for a long time. That's why I know about that stuff. I had to go to jail over that. In the process, I also robbed his house. I stole his furniture. I stole his couch, his stereo, his TV. He was in prison, and when he came home, his house was empty. The water was running, and the phone was off the hook to a 1-800 number. I don't even know how long it ran. I don't remember. It was 30 years ago. I was a bad child. I was a bad child. I've grown up since then, you know, and I give examples. Somebody stole $50 from me, and I told them they were a welfare recipient and a hooker and a whore, and they were cheap fucking Jews. And I said a lot of things, and they wanted to fight about it. I said, why? You don't even got $50 in your pocket. I'm not even going to get the money back that you fucking owed me. And then your bitch ass is going to call the popo, and I'm going to wind up in jail. I'm going to pay $250 to fucking bail out. Nothing adding, motherfucker. I'll stay at home. See, I got wise. When I got old, I got wise. I broke my back, and that's part of the lesson. I said, you know, guys, you don't really learn to think until your back's broken. You can't always do everything yourself. Your back's broken. That doesn't mean your brain's broken. It means your back's broken. When you break your back, learn how to use your brain. That's what happened to me. It's not about kneeling. It's about standing up. It's about making sure you comprehend that I'm not a fucking floor man. That was the assumption. I contradicted it. All I did was stand up for myself and say, no. And they got scared shitless. Oh, shit, you're drinking a Rickens. That's fucking good, isn't it? Fucking good.
I tried out today.
What do you think?
I like it.
Right? Right? It's way better than cheap beer. Tastes better.
It's better than that Loco. I mean,
yeah. And this actually is made here in Maine, so I'm surprised that you got it out there.
yeah, I seen it today, and I was like, man, I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, no, that's made here.
That's crazy.
That's part of why I like these, because they're made in Maine. They're made in Union, Maine.
Hell yeah.
You know, in-country products. We outsource too much. You know, we've given up our independence for dependence. The money's not being managed right. I'm a great money manager. I'm good at what I do. I like doing what I do. Because I know that I'm good at it. I got trophies for this shit, man.
Yeah, I can tell, you know, where you started out from to where you're at.
I decided 4 years ago that I was going to create a trading post, like in the Wild West, you know. America is the Wild West. Look what's going on. These loots and rioting and the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's emotional. I was a debt collector. Part of my background. 4 years a debt collector. Calling people, having them on the phone for the money they owe. So me telling you this stuff in my mind, you already owe me money. That's a billionaire attitude. It's not a millionaire attitude, it's a billionaire attitude. You already owe me money. Just having the luxury of hearing it, you know, privilege.
Mm-hmm.
It's privilege. Very few people will ever hear what I say to them or you. If I don't tell you, no one's going to tell you. They don't have the ability to tell you. That's part of the problem. And the amazing part is because of my door-to-door background, I wound up with a window or a portal into many people's realities. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Spent a couple hours with 3,000 different families in their homes. Not my home, their homes. So that's like having a window into a person's life.
Right.
And after 2 quick years, I started realizing, man, people are going to react to you in 3 ways. Positive, negative, neutral. That's the split of 3 ways because they're binary. And you're witness to a trinary software coding. You know? The binary, it's positive or negative. But I didn't even use positive or negative. Think about it. How could this be positive or negative if I left those words out on purpose? It's a new trail. It's a new road. It's a new highway. It's a neutral thing. A gun is neutral. A dictionary is neutral. A pen, a pencil. These tools are neutral. What you do with them makes them a polarity. Is magic good or evil? Depends on what you do with it.
Yeah.
What about money? The same thing. Money can't be evil. It depends on what you do with the money. What if I'm feeding the hungry? What if I'm helping the fucking oppressed and the poor? How's that evil? But I get called devil. But look what I'm doing. I'm helping the oppressed and the poor. Dick helped me. Somebody that helped me, I returned behind a little bit. I wasn't really behind. Just he's hurting. And because I don't have an identification card, I had 2 options. I could give it to my friend Dave. I could give it to my landlord next month. I'd rather see Dave make sure his power bill gets paid.
Right.
Because he's suffering more than my landlord. And it brings my bill down with him, and now he's going to bring me another pound. Isn't that great?
Hell yeah.
So now I got 2 pillows. That's 1 pillow. 1 pillow. I got another one coming.
It's nice.
Does that make you a boss when you got 2 pillows? And you don't have a boss because you're the boss? I used to be a runner. I went from runner to being the boss man. I cut the 2 steps in the equation out of the equation. Being the middleman and being the farmer. I went from fucking being the runner to the storehouse. That's a big jump. And no one saw it coming, not even my mother. She said I couldn't do it. Bullshit, I can't do it. I got a year's rent in that room. She tipped me $300. I got a year's rent in that room. Think I'm worried about $300? I figured out what kind of person you are. You're cut off. You're gone. Bye-bye. I had to cut my own mother off. If my mother's going to lie to me, Who won't?
Right.
What about my father? My father thinks the earth is flat. And that's the part that's hard for Dick because he's still in 2 dimensions. When you start building the math, when you start building these things, making physical models and holding them in your hand, you realize, hey, nothing is flat. A vacuum is not flat. It's toroidal. Like he said, it's toroidal. Universe, toroidal. You have a toroidal atmosphere around your body. You have a torus field. 6 foot. You have a 6 foot electrical bubble around you. You ever have the hair on the back of your head rise up because someone was staring at you?
Right. Yeah.
You knew the motherfuckers were staring because the hair on the back of your neck rose up. That's why. That's when attention is focused on the back of your head. You got a hater staring at the back of your head and they want you fucking dead. You know? And your hair is like, brr, 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 brr. You're somebody staring at you. Turn around and look. Wild, huh?
Yeah.
That's what your hair's for. Letting you know when someone's staring at you. Make sense?
Yeah.
Todd's not going to tell you that.
Yeah. He can't tell me nothing, man.
No.
I don't want to knock him and shit, but yeah, he's irrelevant in my life, man. He can't make a difference.
You know, and I thank Dick for, he's probably, he'll be back. You know, and Dick, it means a lot. Yours didn't come in yet. Let me go check, actually. Double check. I haven't been out there in a while. Sometimes the mail comes late. Yeah, nothing today. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to figure. I put it. The mailman grabbed it Friday, so
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays are kind of slow.
right. I'd say probably tomorrow, Friday, no later.
Yeah.
I wrapped it up, put it, in some paper and all. Piece of paper, wrapped it all up. It'll be there. I didn't even tell Anita. I'm just going to show her when I get it. I'm going to wear it one day. She's probably going to be like, what the hell?
Right. Right.
Because she's seen you in it.
You'll get it.
She's seen you in it. And I was like, damn, I like to have that. She knows I like that Patriot shit.
Yeah. I spent $5,000 this month. My check is only $930. We're only at the 19th of the month, and I've already spent or smoked over $5,000 between what I paid my employees, rent, utilities, food costs. I bought myself a burger because, goddamn, I spent a lot of damn money this month. What did I teach you? If you don't spend money, you don't make any.
Right.
Right? So you taking a chunk of your change, cleaning up one room in your house, right? I do a couple of things. And this is because you have the money to do it. That's why I'm telling you to do this stuff before you go heavy into it. The first thing is clean out that room. Right? If it's carpet, I'd pull the carpet because it's gonna get trampled, it's gonna get stained, it's gonna look like shit. You won't be able to keep it clean. So that's just between me and you. Pull the carpet out of that room, put some laminate in. You know, it's cheap, a couple $100. Put in laminate, it's easy to wipe it up, keep it clean. You know, that's for the benefit of you. Put some laminate in that room on the floor. Because you have people in and out, and that carpet's going to go to shit.
Yeah, I can't get mad at them, you know.
Right. So just get rid of the carpet. Just
be prepared.
You know, put some cheap tile in or some sort of laminate. You know, you can do that yourself. You don't need to hire anybody. It's pretty goddamn simple stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so put a piece of laminate in that room for the floor, and then go and get some shelf board wall. You're gonna make shelving, right? You can make your own shelving. I mean, you're not dumb. My hand's busted, you see. So some of the stuff I can't do it because my hand's broken. And my other attitude is I don't want to do it. Okay, my hand's broken. That's why I don't want to do it. You know, but I feel like in a lot of this stuff, if I could get a young man to listen, maybe I'll do everything I'd be able to teach it to them, but they don't listen. Pisses me off. These young ones don't listen. You know, I almost had to beat up Rob. And Rob backwards is Boar because he's like a pig-headed bull. You know, he's a boar. Rob Boar. It's in him. He's bullheaded, pig-headed. You know, Boar. Rob Boar. You know, he got mad at me because I gave him a switch instead of cash one time for labor, and then he started thinking about it. And he said, "You know, you're doing the best you can. You're doing something no one else is doing. I didn't really see it the way you're seeing it. Now I do. Because, you know, it's been 2 years and he still hasn't found a job. And so I pay him pretty good to sit here, chill out, watch the store, hang out. You know, he could have sat at the church all day and made no money. He sat here 8 hours, had stuff outside, watched it, made sure nothing was stolen. You know, he got a $50 tip from the store.
Oh, yeah.
Better than sitting on the sidewalk begging for change.
Yeah.
Earning your own way. Somebody stole a switch from him while he was sitting here, and so the store went and found one in trade and replaced it. The benefit of working for the store, you know. Do you think it hurt me at all?
No.
No. I have so much stuff that's barely even noticeable. I sold 3 comic books, a Funko Pop, 3 Funko Pops, and 3 comic books for $130 earlier today. Do you think I expected that stuff to sell? I never know where the sales coming from. The sales I made today, bought food, bought today, you know, is on me. I was the whole month taken care of. Thank God. I didn't pay him. He cried when I signed over that check to him because I owed him about $1,100. But usually I pay him a few $100s every month, a couple hundred, 2 to 3. And that was the arrangement in the first place. But doing that, it curved him, man. I don't have an ID, so he can just put it in his bank account, clear it. I owed him that anyway. And that's going to keep his power on.
Right.
I do the right thing when I have it, man. I do the right thing. That's why people come back here, because I do the right thing. I don't take advantage of people. I don't take advantage of Dave. You know, I even showed him, you know, I owed him $1,100, but look, got a full fucking pound on here. I said, I ain't blowing my money. I said, I trade stuff for stuff. I'm not sitting here broke. It's cash is hard to come by. I got 2 goddamn growers that buy stuff for cannabis off of me. So cash is hard to come by, but trading cannabis for video games, it's just an extra incentive. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
You know, if you're playing video games, you're smoking bud.
Yeah.
You're doing both. So why not put them in the same place? By private invite, private club. The beautiful part about doing this in the beginning is you get to pick who your customers are. See, you don't have to really deal with anyone. You don't have to deal with everyone. You create business cards and you hand them out to the people you want to deal with. But you get to decide that for yourself. And that's beautiful. Right?
Yeah. You know, you have to deal with the public. But in this manner, like I've said before, you get to deal with them on your terms and not their terms. And that changes everything, doesn't it? Yeah.
You don't have to hide from them. You know you have to deal with them. And it turns out more of them will hide from you than not. They're more scared of you than you are of them. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
But clean that room out. Laminate on your floor. What's that going to cost you? A couple $100?
Yeah.
And then you want to design shelving for the walls in that room, floor to ceiling, because you're going to have overflow of inventory really fast. Just a heads up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So these things, you do them preemptively. Just do it ahead of time, because you know what's going to happen. So just do it, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money in the long run. Clean the room up, paint the room black, put floor to wall ceiling shelves in, make it a wraparound look. So I walk in and that whole room is floor to ceiling video games, DVDs, dead media content. What's it going to cost you to do that in that one room, you think?
Not a whole lot. You know, I got basically everything that I can to build the shelves. You know what I mean? I might have to get like some like 2x10s or something like that. I can build all that myself, you know?
That's what I was saying. My hand's busted. I don't want to do it. I'd rather trade for somebody else to do it because I'm fucking lazy. But you can do it yourself, so don't skip. Just do it yourself. My hand's broken. My shoulder's broken. It's shattered. I have reasons why I don't want to do it myself. I'm not stupid. I can build fucking shelving just like you can.
Right.
But I got a broken finger. My hand's been broken in a few places. I'm not crying about it. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather pay someone else to do it.
Right.
That gives them a job, and they make a few bucks. So what am I doing? I'm spreading the wealth around, sharing it.
Yeah.
But those things, if you're capable of doing it yourself, just do it yourself to start with. And then after you get all that done, make it a mission to establish a couple of systems in each one, you know. But you're not going to the game store to buy these things. You see what I'm saying? You're going on Marketplace, and I'm looking around for somebody selling a Nintendo with 20, 30 games for $100. That's just an analogy. That's
right.
You know, you're looking for 4 or 5 of them. And then you're looking for 4 or 5 64s, and they all come with a pot of games magically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your goal in this situation is to compile a micro museum. You want to have 1 or 2 of every system on hand. See, I started with just Wii because I saw it as the most undervalued system. Probably start there, just like I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go around and set up for 4 or 5 Wiis, buy all the Wiis, 4 or 5 of them, And people can come to you and buy a weed the way they want, by the piece. System and a controller, $100. And a few commons, 5 common games. Commons are sports games. Commons are trivia games. Not common is Donkey Kong, Mario, or Zelda.
Right.
Those are franchise games. Those games sell for $30, $40, $50. And if you can't get it from your community, you'll get it from the internet.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Yeah, you're
So
right.
expensive games, post them on the marketplace locally. You know, you can put the tables outside the way I have over the years, but I also post stuff on marketplace. And over time, people start coming, and every time they come to your house, you give them a business card. You know, not just them one. You're like, here's one for you, and two or three for your closest friends that think what I'm doing is worthwhile. Let them figure it out. Referrals. The longer you keep your shop open, magically, the longer people will come to you. I mean, I've got people come to me 5 or 6, 7, 8 times. I actually get excited when I see repeat customers because that means I did something right.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole shop was built on 3 strikes and or built on the idea that I was going to get 3 sales at every person that walked through that door. Ain't that something? Not just 1 sale, but I was going to get that sale and 2 more out of them. Right? If you treat people right, they'll come back. Automatic. That's 2 sales. Offer incentives or referrals, they'll be back forever. Hooked for life.
Yeah, I can see that.
The only one that can fuck it up is you or me. So that means there is no fucking up that store because the only one that can fuck it up is me. So nobody else can fuck it up for me because the only one that can fuck it up for me is me. It's powerful. No one can take it from me.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's a sweet gig, you know.
Right. But I don't abuse the situation I'm in. I don't take advantage of it. And I use the situation I'm in to cause more good than bad. And I'm not waiting for anyone else to do anything. I did it myself. Because I saw the bigger picture. People can't afford the holidays. They can't afford Christmas. They can't afford presents for their children. Toys are expensive. The new gaming systems are ridiculously expensive. They're not seeing the bigger picture, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I do. So what am I supposed to do? Nothing or something. It's a paradox because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Knowing that you're damned if you do and damned if you don't is a burden. That you have to carry. I've been carrying it for 30 years. And damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You're damned either way. America is the land of the dead and the damned. People and persons are dead fictions or corporate entities. They're not living beings. They're nouns. Deep, right?
Yeah.
David Icke said all I did was cause confusion. I said, how am I causing confusion if people are preemptively confused? They're confused already, especially about their gender. Ask their parents about it. When you're looking at a crime, you're investigating something and you're the lead detective, you know what you're looking for? You're looking for motive, right?
See what I should think of.
You're looking for reason or motive. Or intentions. Why did they do this? What was their intent? What was their motive? What was their reasoning? Why? Right?
Right.
Motive. Intent. Gnosticism teaches you that the highest intention is to not have one. Not to have a motive. And people are motivated by profit margins, are they not?
Mm-hmm.
But there's no profit in truth. There's no profiting off of healthy people, only sick ones. What do you think about that?
You're right, though.
It's fucked up, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
There's no profit in what I said to you. There's no money in it. And then I got to ask you, how much money is it worth? None?
Oh, definitely something.
Then you got to ask yourself, why the fuck did I bother saying it, right? There's no money in it. No profits. There must be value in it, otherwise I wouldn't be saying it. Why bother saying anything if there's no value in it? See? When you're speaking truthfully, technically you're a prophet. When you're a prophet, there's no profiting for you.
Yeah.
Some people call me an oracle. Well, an oracle is a seer or a visionary. Christians would call me a prophet. Pagans would call me an oracle or a seer or a visionary. One who sees. Right?
Yeah.
So when you see, the smartest thing you can do is cause a scene. create a problem, cause a scene, be a nuisance, be an annoyance, be a pain in the ass, be a thorn in their backside, a splinter in their butthole, be a fucking hemorrhoid, pain in their ass. I'm great at that.
Yeah, I know.
When did truth require it to kiss your butt? I don't want to kiss anyone's asshole. Not going to. They can kiss mine instead. Pucker up, buttercup. See? In this process, people watch these things and like, wow, no one said nothing. And by sitting silent to it, they just allow for the abuse to continue, which means tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. Because it worked. They think by sitting silent it's going to somehow put the fire out. It doesn't. It doesn't actually do anything. Not wild? By sitting silent, they gave me permission to do it again tomorrow. And I did it yesterday with the same results as today. And that's really interesting. Because I saw a repetition happening. If they're going to sit silent to this shit today, then they're going to sit silent to it tomorrow as well. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And I can force that to happen by saying something about it right now. And that creates a ripple effect. Right? They got to jump. Right? They got to jump. They don't have a choice. What choice do they have? They're bipolar. They don't even realize trianary exists. You see what I'm saying? They think the universe is bipolar because of public indoctrination. Is that fair? I can make them jump the line. Jump. Jump the line. Hey. Jump. Hey. No. Shake. Work. Door. Jump the line.
Hey, let me take his call. I'll get back with you later.
All right.
You have a good one, man.
You as well, Chuck.
All right, buddy.
All right. Let's get these motherfuckers on the goddamn telephone. Where are you, bitches? You cunts? You cowards? You cuckold citizens of Rome? I don't fucking salute you. You suck my dick. What now? Call your mother. What now, fucker? She wants to fuck me, not you. What? Your honor old student daughter got fucked by me. Say what I want. Hey! These motherfuckers can't hear me! Hello? Anyone home? Should I be operating under the assumption that my balls are bigger than all of yours? I mean, that's how I'm feeling these days. Scott!
What up?
I got the biggest balls in America.
I know it.
Holy fucking shit. Isn't it amazing?
It's incredible, bro.
I found out for myself I had the biggest balls in this fucking country.
Now everybody knows.
Huge. They're huge.
Gigante.
How the fuck are you down there, man?
I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm all right, man, but it's just more of the same, you know.
I'm laughing my ass off because I was right the whole time. Hey, 80% of the world got vaccinated and not even human anymore. They're inhumane and they're fucking transhumans, nigger. I'm coming for you. Bulldogging the shit out of you. Like Carlin said, I'm the salesman and my fly's unzipped and I'm ready to service your account. Do you want my cock in your butthole?
Hold that thought,
No, you
please.
don't. Of course you don't. It's terrifying. What the hell?
Is this a video call? How many people are on this call? Is it just us?
This is private chat group.
I never experienced this. I don't know who it was. I just accepted.
Well, this is the Mad Hatter. Man of many hats. The only hat man can do. The hell you got going on over there?
I got a composting toilet here, and I got to bring it to my buddy, the landlord, so he can give me some of the sawdust.
And you've been bouncing all over the fucking place, and I've been checking in on you. And like, where the fuck are you now? Are you in Mexico or Tijuana or Timbuktu?
I'm in Mexico, and I got to talk to this guy. I'm just going to set the phone down real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Boy.
what is this though? ¿Qué es eso? Es tierra con acerrín, tierra con acerrín, ¿cómo se llama? Charcoal, ¿no? Charcoal, sí, y un poco de ceniza. Ceniza con charcoal. Eso, ¿no? I wouldn't get down the gut, so. ¿Eh? I'm getting walked down. Yeah. No. Sí. Bueno. Bien. You're flying fucking planes? How does that happen? Oof. I live doing that like 35 or more years in my life. Wow. That's my real job. How are you? Huh? How are you doing?
If you're in the YouTube audience, you know, I would highly suggest checking out all the content that this channel has created over the years. Look at the library. You know, look at things I was saying 2 or 3 years ago. Look at the things I'm saying now.
You know, I'm almost in the same year I started playing with engine.
I'm the criminal. Silence makes you criminal.
Planes, really? Yeah. Like plane. Yeah. And I
Not amazing to know.
Tractor.
Silence makes you criminal.
Horse, and I hurt my back. I have to stop to do that. And now I want to do it again. ¿Cómo ves? ¿No? Sí. Sí, pues el vuelo. We need el vuelo.
Silence is also tacit consent. It's a form of omission.
Leave from flight. Like the people pay me for making photographs, that's filming for events or for pictures, commercials. Pues quiero, I want, but I don't have the equipment. I really don't have the equipment. I am not. Sí, porque es un with these drones, make now what the job I do is great.
Isn't it amazing? Silence doesn't make you cute. Silence doesn't make you smart, special. Makes you sound stupid.
Oh, volar siempre ha sido. Volar siempre es mi pasión. Yeah. For fun. Now for fun and maybe, you know, sometimes when people come and pay me for flight, like touristic flights. And that's what I would like to do again. A good idea. I need to buy another engine, a bigger. I used to have with an engine with 100 horsepower, and this has only 50. So this engine at the sea level is perfect for but not at this altitude. It's like more slow and. But I can sí, pero yo puedo volar con personas ligeras, ¿no? Please someday we're going to play with somebody. That's with gravity. You know, I'm starting again and recovering my back and two persons like you and me. Maybe and also
the pressure. And right now, the water is very big. My road, my vista, very short. And maybe when the water, then the place is more bigger, like we can do it. Because we need more space to take. But maybe it's too much or 3 months. Motor. Motor. Como unos de 10 a $12,000. $12,000. Un motor bueno. 12,000. Sí. Y son caros. Porque son motores aeronáuticos. Son cosas. Muy bien. Entonces, ¿cuándo va a ser lo del cambio? Pinche mañana. ¿Mañana? No tengo. Mañana es jueves, ¿no? Mira, yo no sé por qué, pero en este momento lo mismo, si no, pero con esto me destinan diferente, entonces me estaba mucho, ya mucho, pero antes dice, va estando, la última vez es diferente, ahorita yo más
It's amazing. You're a jerk when you find out everyone's lying to you.
Yo tengo teachers. We have to keep everything because with the first time that we have those kind of people to feel him and see what's wrong, see what qué es lo que quiere él. Él es un bueno trabajo. He's playing with the guy, real smart playing basketball, but todo el día explicaba muy espiritual. Entonces, yo uso cocaína por 1 año todo el día. A ver si no se the guy talks a bunch of this stupid shit. It's good. But the other day, he invited me to drink cocaine every day for a year. Every day, he says, every day. Okay. But he's a good guy. Really. Okay, just 1 year. Just 1 year. Yeah, I mean, it's total. But he drinks alcohol. When you do cocaine, so you do alcohol and marijuana and everything together. So he has a little warning. And he's ready. But I like him. I can't help him and step him and I would like to speak with him and yeah, can come. Sí. Él es mexicano. Yo no tengo. Y es bueno que hable contigo porque yo le puedo decir cómo prepararse. Sí. Hay gente de cómo prepararse es muy importante que se prepare. Quiero saber cuánto tiempo tienes y muchas cosas para que cuando él se siente conmigo esté más o menos preparado. Porque yo no quiero que él sufra mucho, no quiero que a mí me ponga a trabajar mucho. También necesito saber si toma medicamentos, si tiene la presión alta. Igual, todas las personas.
It's amazing.
Necesito saber si tienen presión alta.
Everybody's got rights except for my son.
¿Qué tan limpios están? Si han hecho una preparación, o sea, la preparación para sentarse a tomar campo es mínimo 3 días total.
Wow.
Y tras más mejor, aparte del agua, todo eso sería bueno que la gente que quiere, oye, podemos hacerlo este viernes, la gente está lista. Yo no tengo valiente. Puedo hacerlo contigo. Y si, o sea, si you want to do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow. And I don't know if Andrea wants to start tomorrow. I'll ask. I can have to if you think we can do it tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, the thing is, I'm free this Friday, and another day is coming with me Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I can do it early in the morning, but just 2 people, because I have to pick him at 12. And after that, I'm going to be with him, and we have a kids party and blah, blah, blah. And so, and Sunday, I'm going to fly with him. Sunday, I can. But I am free this Friday, Monday, or Tuesday. So if these people can,
Sí, yo entiendo. Mira, yo tengo mi clase todos los días para el español, 5 días hablo español. So, yo creo en 1 mes o 2 meses nosotros hablamos en español. Puro. No me gusta, no tengo este idioma y yo digo en México. No, yo no, pero yo estoy
lo que me gusta es que podemos hablar.
Sí, yo también. Mira, yo hablo con ellos y dice un número de él.
No, le voy a dar. Le voy a dar. O simplemente daré tu teléfono.
Sí, yo creo en la mañana. También, yo tengo here, maybe I spread it on in the morning.
Great, that's fine. And if someone else comes, let me know to maybe come earlier to set up everything, because I have to go, I have to prepare everything. Yeah, like 11. Yeah, we have time.
Pero mi clase es para 10. Yo necesito ir a 15, 9:30.
I don't know, what do you think about it?
If we start at 7, normalmente nosotros tenemos una cita a las 7.
Y nosotros empezamos con 7:30. Si yo llego aquí a las 7, estamos empezando como 7:30. Puedo hacer algo más, un altar más pequeño y apurarnos.
Let's try it. If it gets too long, I'll call my class and say I can't make it today.
And Andrea can come. If you have to go, I can stay with Andrea.
She runs a lot.
I know. But if she can take care hasta que ella ya está lista. Pero yo necesito irme como yo a las 11 necesito irme y preparar.
Persona aquí
ahorita hay que usar ese campo. Sí. Yo digo que ahorita no podemos pensar, hay que usar ese campo. Sí, vamos a usar ese campo porque yo te campo nuevo, yo tengo. Sí, tengo. Sí, pero bueno.
Bien, está bien.
Wow, this was a waste of time.